Who hurt you, little card? Who hurt you? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. And today we're going to be working on this video card right here. There's a GeForce GTX 1660 Super that I picked up on Facebook Marketplace for $5. If you didn't see the thumbnail, that half of the image is a screen capture from Facebook Marketplace. And so the description said that basically it just needs a capacitor put back on. And if we don't know anything, we know a bit about capacitors around here at the Big Bad Bench. Got it home, took a look. Let's take a look. We're going to take a look at this under the microscope. Oh, man, maybe we can't see. All right, well, we might have to wait until we get under the microscope. You can see in there, there's two capacitors missing, big ones. But there's actually a lot more damage. So we're going to have to take this apart. This is just to show you back here that we have a system that does things. And if you look over here, someone happened to recognize this little video card right here. This was on our channel before. So let's take this apart. Oh yeah, the other thing I noticed is that someone was in here before. So I don't know, it kind of looks like someone just jammed something up in here and just did a bunch of damage, but maybe they took it apart and did damage that way. So, well, whatever. Let's take it apart. And while I'm taking this apart, let me say hi to folks in the chat. We got Everything is Broken Garage. Hello, Ryan. We got Hardware Hacker. We got Adam Baranek. We got Josh. We got Garth Beagle. We got Gutbomb. Hello, guys. Hello. Welcome. So, yeah. I'm also curious to see the damage on this thing. I saw enough with the card assembled. I'm hoping that things are not even worse disassembled. I'm also, we'll see later that I'm not sure that it might even be possible that someone replaced the board with a different board, because it looks very different from other PCBs that I've seen for this. Oh, is there another screw down here? Nope, it's just two things. There we go. All right, let's set you aside. And let's take off this back dealy. Hey, Trina. Uh-oh. Why does Gutbomb have all of the 10mm sockets? Did you steal all the 10mm sockets that everyone always loses? Another there. So these. Oh yeah, if I was like Steve from Gamers Nexus, I'd put these all in a certain order. These all hold on this back plane thing. Oh gosh, we're missing more caps than originally stated. There's a cap missing. There's a cap missing. There's a cap missing. There's a lot more happening here. Oh, just to prove, let's see, 12,326. Let's run again. I want to write that number down, and if we get this other card working, I want to compare the performance. 10mm socket vortex. All right, actually, let's go under the microscope and see this thing. Where's the microscope? All right, is this actually the right GPU, or did someone replace it? Ah, Trina got her memory today for the XT board. That's nice. All right. TU116. Let's do a quick search and make sure that a TU116 is actually a 1660 Super. Yep. 300A. That should be the 1660 Super. All right, cool. All right, let's go over here. So if we look here, let's see. Oh man, I even see more damage. Yep. Okay. So does anyone see the little damage that I just saw on top of the main damage? So here's this. Oh, I think, no, that's not a capacitor. It might have been at some point in its life. So there's a capacitor missing. Look at this guy right here. That one's missing. So then if we go down here, we can see there's a capacitor missing there. If we could get in focus, we might be able to see that. And then here, there's two capacitors missing. There's two capacitors missing here, or resistors. Part of the issue is that we see tiny components. Oh, these are actually resistors. Good, they're marked. We know that. Some of these we get RC, RC, RR, right? These what are we missing? How are we gonna fix this? So there's components missing here. There's components missing here. There's a component missing there. There's at least one missing there. That one's missing. It's hard to say. I think there might be missing one there. Something there. Look, these are all missing. Some of these, like you can see, the shiny ones, right? Those are not missing. Those are normal. Over here, we got stuff missing here. So I don't know what we're doing here. Like, so let me show you a possible way to figure this out. Yes, a lot of missing birdseed. It went the way of all the missing 10mm sockets. I guess we should look around the board in other places, since over here there's a missing cap. All our bits are here. We got all of our bits around here. We got all our bits here. We got all of our bits here. Everything looks like it's here. Everything looks like it's here. These little guys, look at this. If we missed one of these, I have no idea what the heck that thing is. So the fun bit about this, oh, look at this guy. Right there and right there. So most of these components are 04, 02 size components. Okay, and just so that you understand our size that we're dealing with here. These were basically falling off when I got it home. Here's a 4716 that we normally recap stuff with here. Look at this. Oh my god. This is gonna be fun. So how do we know what goes where? Ideally, we would have a thing called a board view. And so there's a piece of software called Flex Board View. And you can find PCB schematics for whatever components you're looking at. The issue is it is so dang small. So one of these I think is R179, right? And if we do a search for R179, it highlights it for us. It tells us what it is. I don't actually, can you see what I'm seeing here? Yeah, you can see what I'm seeing here. So it's a 0402 package. It's a 2 kilo ohm resistor. And so that's R179. And if we look at the structure of this board here, we have what is this guy? What are you? You're an RT2. What the heck's an RT? Oh my God, R172. Okay, there we go. We look at all these. There's little. It's nice because it tells you which one's a resistor, which one's a capacitor. There, and see, those are capacitors. These are all resistors. And this is supposedly the board view for this card. If we, oh nope, you can't see what I see, but I promise you that this is supposedly this gigabyte board. If we go back to the microscope, oh God, let's not look at our 0402 component again. This is totally different. This is not the same. So we got some issues. So I think what I want to do first is try to just put on the things that I know came off. This one is gonna be, this hopefully should be relatively easy, this first one. Hardware Hacker, I think, asked what's going on over on the big screen. So that's just my test bench system. Just a reminder. Does anyone remember what this video card is? If this looks familiar in any way. Some of you might have been here for that. It involved a grinder, an angle grinder. But that's just showing that we have a good foundational system, so that when we go and put in this video card, that theoretically, if the video card works, we should have a working system. All right, so that was LB the 503. LB would mean a ferrite bead. Oh yeah, the other fun bit, and not 1 bit, but fun bit, is that we're dealing with regular, or we're dealing with lead-free solder, so that's going to have a higher melting temperature. And we're also dealing with PCBs that just absorb heat like crazy. So ideally, you would wipe off the solder that's there. I don't even think I have the real capacity to do that. But let's see how things go. Let's see if we can get any components on this thing. Yay, we did 1 solder joint on this. Come on, 3 dimensions. Did we get a component back on? Have we been successful? All right, let's see if we have. I'm gonna check ohms mode. I'm not gonna be able to show you that, but let's see if we have a thing here. We should have basically no resistance. Yep. Okay, so that's connected. That's good. Oh, one thing we should actually check is Does this board actually have any fuses on it? Be good to know if any of the fuses blew, because if the fuse is blue, we might be even. Oh, look at this! It's a slot 2-3 that says 1 a.m. You could find those on the boards like the Mac 2CX. A lot of times these little resistors act as fuses. That's still good. Yeah, I don't see any real fuses on this thing. I'm gonna try to avoid using flux as much as possible on this, just because there's enough flux in my solder that I should be okay. But we'll see. We might have to flux it up. Alright, since we see you dangling off of there, let's try to get you back in your spot. Yeah, this is rough, man. This stuff is so tiny. So tiny that I might even need to get some brand new tweezers out for today. Come on, bud. Get back to where you need to go. Video card rear bracket is in my way. Oh, it was 3D Mark. I just had 3D Mark going on that. So it would do something 3D. Yay, I think we got 2 components on now. Let's see. Oh, that's solid. That's solid. Okay. The other one that fell away was R179. Let's see if I can find that again. Somewhere around. Oh, I think it's this one. Yeah, I wrote 114 or 179 next to it. I actually checked this resistor to make sure it was still good. Oh, that's gone. That is gone into the nowhere. Oh, that is hilarious and sad. Okay. Well, there went that one. I have a feeling we're going to do that a lot today. All right, so the other thing is, let's go back to here. Part of the reason that it took me so long to do this stream is that the post office lost these sample books. So these sample books are great. If you need little components, this is a 0402 component sample book. Just buy one of these. It makes it easy. So I ordered 2 separate things. It wound up being from the same seller, and I didn't pay attention. They put both of them in the same package, and then my post office delivered them to the wrong address, and the person refused to give them back. Like, what is any normal person gonna do with these things? Anyway, so these are 2K 2000 ohm resistors. Where are we? There we go. All right, so we know we're looking Oh, you know what else we could do? We could potentially zoom in a little bit. Maybe that would help. Oh, that makes it look so much bigger. All right, that guy right there. Yup, just as Gut Bomb says, anytime you do this, things just tend to go flying. That's why you need really good tweezers when you do this kind of work. That's why I think the tweezers I'm using here might not be quite good enough. Oh my god, okay, good. All right, good, there we go. All right, we're doing you right there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and I got no steady hands today. All right, clean the tip. Let's put some oh, see, that's one of the reasons it's good to clean the thing off, because look, there was a little chunk of that resistor left on there. So I've done boards before where it's like a couple of components that have gone missing. This would be the worst one I've ever worked on. Alright, I think I'm gonna actually try the hot tweezers and see if that makes it any easier. My hot tweezers are just a little too big for this kind of work. I think I need to bring the heat up a little bit more. We're currently, no, not this one. Oh no. What are we doing? There we go. So I did have my hot tweezers at 370. We're gonna crank these all the way up to 400. Yeah, as Josh says, hot air is good for this kind of work. As long as you don't blow everything away. Yay. All right, so that's 3 components on. All right, well, let's see if we can figure this out. So our next one here, yeah, it's just, there's the, is that one cracked? So it looks like these are all resistors. So let's check our resistance on here. So that's a 10 kilo ohm. That's like 5 ohms. Ohms. That doesn't seem right. Let's see. All right, so let's check. Oh, did you see what I was doing? See, I don't know which component numbers these are. Let's go back to the board view. So it kind of looks like these. All right. So that's a 1 ohm resistor. This is R80. What do we got here? All right. So I think that's what we were just looking at. R81. And then this next one, are you 188? Yes, you are 188. Okay, that's good. Okay, this is real good. Okay. So these are... All right, so I think if we look here, 188, and then 2 down, 1. I think you're 189. And what resistance value are you? You are also 10K. Okay, so if we go back to our microscope, to me, it looks like this one is missing. Or do you think that was just where the implement of doom went through? If we look at what's happening here, there's like a trace that goes back here, and then this one would either connect that to that. This one's connecting that to that. I think this one, although this one is going to that up to there. Maybe this one was not really missing. I don't know. What do people think about R188? Do we think R188 was missing? It kind of looks like the implement of doom went through here, and maybe it just polished the solder. Let's leave R188 for now. All right, what are you over here? Yeah, because like, look at this one. Okay. Our implement of doom went here. There was nothing here, and it broke this off, and this solder pad looks a lot like these. So I have a feeling there was nothing here. So this guy, what are you? What number are you? Hey, Jamie's Hack Shack. Welcome to banging my head on a wall. Let's go back to here. All right. See, now we got divergence. We got R275. All right, no, this is the same. Okay, all right, whatever one this one is, R275 has a value of 0. We have a 0 ohm 402 resistor. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Just bridge it. I want to just bridge that one with solder. Let's show you what I'm looking at here. So if we go back to the microscope, that's that one right there. Nope, you can't see what I'm poking at. This one. That one's definitely gone. I'm going to try to just bridge that one with solder, see what happens. Nope. Fine, we'll get out of 0 ohm 0402 component. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Little jerk. Hi, iRace. Hello. Welcome to the channel. Yeah. Doing this stuff can be fun. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Maybe we're getting good at this. No, we're not going to say that. We are not going to say that. All right. So, see, when I'm looking at things like this, it's like areas like this are like the little option things. Like it where these resistors are telling the board something about what's happening with the board. These inductors over here are definitely something that's needed. The capacitors probably a little less critical, but the resistors are going to inform the board about stuff. So let's check out these two over here. This let's see what's happening with these guys. These guys right here. So let's go back to our board view. If we're looking over here, that would be R59 that we're missing, and that's a 20 kilo ohm resistor. Okay. So as I'm pulling these out, I'm marking these. The thing about these component kits are that they don't mark the individual stuff. All right, so let's go back to the microscope. Oh, this is fun. This is wicked fun, as people would say in New England. Oh man, I like to ask people what the probabilities are of success. I don't want to know the probability on this one. This is like a 0. Now see this one up here, it looks like these two are not, these ones are missing a thing. Nope, that one was off center. Come on, buddy. So the part of the thing is I think our tip is even a little too big. There we go. That one's good. Woot. All right, another component on. I think this one. And this one. Yep. So part of the way you can tell is if a little chunk of the resistor comes out. Alright, now what are you? Let's see if we can figure out what you are. Back to board view. This is another 0 ohm resistor. Okay. Whatever you say, sir. Whatever you say. Yeah, see if that one were a capacitor, that would be like, what is going on? What is going on? Where's my zeros? There's the 0. How's everybody's week going? Why? Oh, what's happening? Okay, good. Like, I just don't understand how someone could have done this. Like, I don't understand the physics of what happened here. Okay. It's good. Now we got like this. Oh, you didn't see me solder that one. All right, sorry. All right, we're coming over to this little cross area where we have this guy down here. So this one's a capacitor, 100 picofarads, and then we have two 100 ohm resistors and more 0 ohm resistors. Okay, so let's go back to the microscope. That's right here. So we're gonna have two 0 ohm resistors going here. Alright, I'm gonna put fresh solder on all of these. See how you see like a little chunk move? That's how you know you definitely had something there that went away. Gonna put some fresh solder on all these because we know all of these need to be redone in this part. Alrighty. Grab a couple more 0 ohms. Oh, where did you go? Get back over here. Okay. That dropped right in there. Alright. This is like one of those repairs that's like, oh, where did it go? Oh no, it's still there. Okay. Do all this work, even if it does work at the end. It's like, yeah, you just got yourself a 1660 Super. Yay. It's a 1660 Super. But it was $5. Oh, part of the reason also that I don't want to do hot air is it might polish some of these other pads that we don't know. I think I do want to come back with hot air later and sort of move things more prettier. But for now, I think I just want them to be in place. Okay, so now we need to go back to here. Oh, not that. Not that. What am I looking for? There we go. All right, back to here. These guys over here. This one and this one. 100 ohm. 100 ohm. Okay. Ooh. Oofa, oofa. I also want to be careful. Sometimes when people make these little sample books, they actually break the resistors at the very end. So just make sure that you have, or the component, make sure you have a whole component before you try to solder it on. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at that. All of those parts are there. This is so ugly. Okay, now this guy down here. What are you, guy? This one down here. I think that one was a capacitor. No, we're not doing DIY cam. That one is a 100 picofarad capacitor. 100 picofarad capacitor. Hello, Rusty Russ Repairs. Welcome to the channel. Oh, YouTube. Why would you recommend this channel? Oh, God. No, YouTube. Oh, golly. Yeah, we have fun here. We don't necessarily know what we're doing most of the time, but we attempt things. Actually, Steve Mac84 just released a video today where he worked on a TV, and at the end he asked, have you ever attempted a repair on anything? And I said, yep. I've attempted a repair on a lot of things. I don't know that we've ever actually fixed anything. No, we fixed a bunch of stuff here at the BigBadBench, but this one is a little bit outside of my expertise, so we're gonna have fun with this one. I'm going a little crazy already, so. There we go. Look at you. Look at you. You went to your home. Okay, now this one, whatever the heck this guy is. What the heck of you are you? So this is a GTX 1660 Super that I picked up on Facebook Marketplace for $5, and the person said that it just needed a capacitor put back on, which is true. There was a capacitor that needed to get put back on, but it needs way more than that. Okay, so this one should be a 2.2 nanofarad capacitor. Oh my god, I don't have 2.2 nanofarad capacitors. I think we are going to give We're going to give this one 10 nanofarads because I just don't have twos. Oh, we could get kind of janky. All right. Let's get super janky. Let's try to just solder two 1 nanofarad capacitors on there. 1 nanofarad. 1 nanofarad. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting anything. I thought this would just be a fun thing. All right, yeah, up there, 2.2 nanofarad. That one's 10 picofarad. Like, what is going on? Why would you need both of those varies? What the heck? All right. All right, so I'll set you down right here. Oh, this is gonna work great. You can definitely solder very tiny components like this together. That's gonna work great. This is perfect. Yeah, see that right there? Definitely know that one was broken off. Okay. Put you here. There you go, little buddy. Okay, then look at this. Hardware hacker wanted his Janka. Boop. There we go. This value is supposed to be 2.2 nanofarad, or yeah, we're giving it 2 nanofarad by giving it two 1 nanofarad capacitors. That's my best soldering joint so far. That's great. That's quality. Look at that. All right. So I think this area is pretty good. I think that's great. That is great. That is so great. Okay, now this next area. We have components here. Definitely missing that and that. Missing these ones too. I'm missing that. I'm pretty sure that's something that's missing. All right, let's do this one up top. Let's see if that one makes sense. Okay, yeah. Whoa, hello. Oh yeah, okay. So up here, we got these three. 1, 2, 3. So that's a 1 ohm resistor. 1 ohm resistor. 1 ohm resistor. I'm sure it's super critical that they need a 1 ohm resistor right there. Whatever. We'll put you in. You silly 1 ohm resistor. So for those of you that are new to the channel, we normally do retro repairs around here. I like to repair a lot of different stuff, but as of late, a lot of retro computer hardware. That one's just messed up. I don't think that one's real. So these kinds of components are much smaller compared to what I normally work on. I have done stuff like this in the past, just not very often, so I'm not super comfortable with it. Okay, so we got rid of our old solder. Now let's add our 1 ohm resistor. I feel like today we're going to make the magic smoke. I don't know if Trina's fallen asleep yet, but this is probably a stream where Trina is going to be happy. There we go. Look how nice you are. You went right in there. That guy was happy. All right. So, not right now. So when I get these, I want to get everything in its place, and then I'm going to come back and give it a little flux, and then do it with the hot air to get things to flow nicer. Yeah, my solder, I'm using 6040 leaded solder, and it's going to have a little flux in it. All right, so over here, we got one by itself. Okay, so this pattern is correct. We have this one here, that one's still there. We have these two, those are still there. And then we have this, so that's a 2.43 kilo ohms. Oh my God, 2.43. I don't think we have a 2.43 kilo ohms. You're gonna get a 2 kilo ohm. What about you? You're also a 2.43 kilo ohm. Yeah, you're gonna get a 2. And that one's a 10. And that one's a 10. Okay. Okay. We got our 2s. Do I have any 10s? It's 20. 10 kilo ohm. Sorry, I'm just labeling stuff. It's gonna save us some time in the future. All right, so our top one is 2, our bottom one is 10. Okay, back to the microscope. Top one is 2. So we're gonna need 2 of these. Oh, we should reflow. So we're gonna reflow all, like put new solder on all of those joints right there. Definitely bits missing. Definitely bits missing there. Hey, 8-Bit Repair, welcome to the channel. And Swindon Electronic Repairs, hello, welcome to the channel. Nice having you all along here. Doing something today that's a little outside my normal comfort zone, but having fun with it. Somebody really abused this GTX 1660 Super. Yeah, see that little chunk right there? Okay, get these little chunks out. They're gonna get in our way. All right, what did I say these were? Does anyone remember what these are supposed to be? All right, the top ones are 2 kilo ohms, and the bottom ones are 10 kilo ohms. Not a fan of working on stuff this small. It's a fun challenge once in a while. It's not my primary jam. Come on, buddy. You want to get in there? Oh, yeah, let's just leave it sideways. That would probably make people on the internet angry. Gotta turn the card. Get a little better angle here. Okay. Now we need some 10 kilo ohms for those bottom ones. Yeah, so I didn't want to hit this with hot air because I want to see which components are missing. And if I hit this with hot air and flux, we're gonna lose all that information. So I want to get all of these bits down, and then we'll lay a little flux down, hit it with the hot air, and let things flow into a nicer location. If we were just dealing with like one component that was missing, but somebody abused this board. Like, I just don't understand what happened here. Like, the heatsink and all was on this thing. Like, I really don't understand how someone could have done this. It's just like they would have had to physically put something up in here to do this kind of damage. I think that'll be close enough for us. Thermal cam. So I have a little FLIR. Oh, I just found a random resistor. Oh, there's our 10 kilo ohm. All right, cool. I have a little FLIR that connects to my iPhone, and it's fine. It's definitely not great for this kind of work, but it's enough to see where something is hot. Oh my gosh. Okay. There you go. Oh, you went the wrong way. Come back. Come back. Come back. Okay. There we go. Is this going to be an 8-hour stream? Could be, Trina. Could be. All right, so now I'm pretty sure this one is fine. I just poked at it. These two. So we got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, did I count that right? Yeah, 4 and 5. Let's go back to the board view. And here we got 1, 2, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's 10 kilo ohm, 10 kilo ohm. Okay, 2 10 kilo ohms right there. Oops. Where did I just put my thing of 10 kilo ohms? Okay, there we go. All right. We're back. We're back. Even taking stuff out of the packaging is difficult. These things just go flying. But I lost one. This is fun. Anybody else having a lot of fun? Oh, I gotta put new solder on those pads. Hey, Asmodeus. I don't know if this is the end. We gotta look around and see what else looks like it's missing. The two, or I guess there's 3 big capacitors that are missing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That one turned sideways and it went invisible. Come on, buddy. These things are so tiny. So tiny. Yay. That one's there. Come on back. I've been wanting to try, there's who's the guy, the British guy that does all the PlayStation repairs, the coder. He has a little USB-C thermal camera that looks pretty good. I was thinking about getting one of those at some point. I just still need other stuff that I can't really justify spending money on that. Right, see this? Hey, it's Justin D. Morgan. Yes, this would be a regret if I paid more than $5 for it. See this? This is polished off. You can see that was not, it looks like something that got knocked off here, but it was not, because you can see the other solder pad is perfect. This was where the implement of doom came up here and banged on something. It's possible we're missing something here, but we can see this guy is actually moved, so we got to put that one back on. Oh, that was way too much. It's okay. It'll be okay. Take you. Let's get all this extra junk off of there. That little extra bit. Bloop. I probably should have taken this back shield off. It is totally getting in my way. if I were to do this job again, I don't think I would ever do this job again. But if I were to do this job again, I would totally take that off. Oh, okay. I think, oh no, that one looks fine. That looks fine. Flip you over. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I think one side is a little damaged, but I think it'll be okay. Clean the tip. Clean the tip. Oh, look at all these people slacking off at work. I like it. I like it. I approve. If you get in trouble, just blame Big Bad Biologist. It's all his fault. Oofa. Oofa. That was ugly. That's okay. It's better now. Ah, hello, Rodville. Welcome home. All right. What else are we missing? Let's see. What the heck was that component? So, let's see if we can find that on the board view near R7112. Let's go up here. Oh, no, that doesn't work like that. Go over here. I think it's this guy. Yep, Q507. There's R7112. So that was that one that we just put on. So we needed another 0.1 microfarad cap. 0.1 microfarad. 0.1 microfarad is the same as what? Who wants to do some math? 100 picofarads. So the other thing is, if we put extra stuff on, like if we put extra capacitors on, it probably wouldn't matter. If we put extra resistors on, there's a good chance you're going to connect something that you shouldn't be connecting. So, and if we miss a resistor, some kind of connection is probably missing that should be there. All right, so you are going to go up below you. Oh, you can't see what I was doing. Oh, so many things, so many things. I did all the things while you were away. Boop, boop. Wow, that's a lot of solder. Oh, I got an extra resistor, or capacitor. Ooh, look at that. That doesn't look good. Man, that better not be messed up. We're not replacing one of those today. Okay, that one's there. I was going to ask you if you put on components that aren't populated but show on board view. Yeah, no, I'm leaving off things. I only am going to put stuff on that I know was here. All right, what else have we got? If anyone sees anything missing, shout it out loud. Did we actually find everything? Uh-oh. People are texting me. Go away, people. I'm doing a thing. Oh, we need another ferrite bead. We need another ferrite bead. It's I80386SX. Hello. So here's the thing. One of the issues with this, so if we look for LB504, if we go back to board view and do a search for LB504, we have no LB504. So what about LB501? What are you? You're a 30-something, Henry. What's up, Henry? Let's go back to search again. LB502? What are you? You're also a 30. So should we just assume what if we search L504? Oops. Nope. All right. Well, I think we're gonna try to go with the 30 nanohenry. Uh-oh. Because it's sure as shoot not a 30 Henry. I don't think that would work. Let's see. What was it? 502. Oh. Yeah, we don't really go up high. So this is we're gonna do 30 nanohenry here. We'll see how that goes. That is some damage on that one. Oh, sorry, we gotta go back to the microscope. And I don't have any equipment that can actually measure that appropriately. If this were a big enough inductor, I'd have something that can read it, but it seems like these values are too small. Like if I could read LB503, I could figure out what it was. But that's the weird thing about this board, is that these two are just not on that board view. You want extra solder, don't you? Get in there. Get in there. There we go. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, right. We got to put that other inductor on. Or ferrite bead, which is basically an inductor. Put you right back in there. Come on. Come on, tip clean. Oofa. Come on. That is like the worst thing I've ever soldered. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Everyone just unsubscribe now. What the heck, bro? That looks like how well I weld. That is the quality of a lot of my welds right there. Whatever. It's connected. And I think that's all our missing components. I guess we should look at the back too. We still have regular capacitors that are missing, but I'm fairly certain that we don't need those. Yeah, see how like all of these areas, there's not every component is filled. This is like a lot of these are just signaling to the board what things are connected, like what kind of RAM you have, how much voltage should be being applied to things. Sorry, I'm gonna have to change this. Oh, there we go. Hello. There we go. It looks like they were nicer to the back than they were to the front, which makes basic. Oh, look at this. Someone tried to solder this. Look at that pink flux. That's like plumber's flux. Someone got out their plumber's flux and wanted to repair this. Okay. All right, sorry, this is a little out of focus. I'm just doing a quick look. There we go. That's better. Let's see. That's just gunk. Alright, let's see how bad it is. It's been a while since I've tried to unsolder a capacitor from a video card. This can be kind of difficult with these through hole guys. Which one do we need to do? That one. This might be a situation where we need hot air in conjunction. Yeah, see that? That's a ground one. That one is gonna suck up the heat. Suck up the heat. Look at that. So my tip right now is set for 390 Celsius. And that heat is just going all around that board. The ground planes in these things are nuts. I'm not going to be able to do that in the microscope. I'll have to do this one outside of the microscope. All right. So, grab a dealie. So here's all our component things that we've used. The important thing is we don't want this thing shorting out. The board should be fine. Like it should, we should be able to get the board to work without these capacitors present, but stability would likely be an issue. So I'm just letting that heat soak a little bit. And there you go. One of them is out. Heat it up. This is a situation where if you have low melt solder, it's a good idea to use it. It really makes removal of this kind of stuff so much easier. I currently do not have any. There we go. Basically, I just don't want those legs that are still poking out of here to short against anything. I mean, I can just straighten it, but for now, we're just gonna try to get a couple of these out of here. Be patient with this kind of thing. It can be very frustrating to sit here waiting for this solder to actually melt. Well, the solder on the surface is melted. The stuff going through the through hole takes a little while. Slipped. Oofa. Wow, there's so much heat being sucked away from this thing right now. So I guess the other side was the positive. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. Got one more of these little guys that somebody abused. Gonna add some fresh flux. Gonna suck up their flux. Or we're not adding fresh flux, we're adding fresh solder here. There we go. Yeah, there's so much heat in the board. I feel it under my hand. Go. One more little capacitor leg. Hey, Rodville. Yeah, we're doing a little something different than normal here. We are trying to repair a GeForce 1660 Super that somebody really abused. So many little components were missing. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back onto the microscope. We're going, oh, everything's way out of whack again. Back over to here. So all these solder joints are just so ugly. I apologize. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna lay some flux down. And hit all this with hot air. And hopefully all these little components should go back to where they want to go. We are going to go up to 400 degrees air temperature, and we're going to turn down our air speed a lot. Let's see what this sounds like. Nope, that's not enough. Okay, we're going to go to 40. Let's see if this works. Problem is, if you don't have enough airspeed, you can screw up your heating element, and you also just don't get enough heat into the board fast enough. The problem is, we're dealing with 0402 components, and these are gonna go flying. Oops. It's another situation where patience is so incredibly important. You can see that the solder joints are getting a little shiny. There you go. See how that one just went to where it needed to go? Probably up the airspeed a little bit, but that would help, and that would help it, go faster, but I think we're okay. See? Yeah. These are all looking a little nicer. I feel less embarrassed about these solder joints now. Sorry, it's hard to show exactly what's happening here because my nozzle's in the way. But I need to have it close because of that really low airspeed. Okay. That's nicer. Oh, should we try to get this guy looking nicer? You'll eventually see it sort of move. This one seems to be very attached to a power plane. It's hard to get a lot of heat into that one before. There we go. That one might be broken. Oh. You can see how quickly, after the heat comes off, how quickly it turns hard again. Okay. All right. Very satisfying. Yes, thank you, Josh. All right, let's get some thermal paste out while that's cooling. So what do we think? That looks way better after a little polishing. They're not perfect. I'm not perfect. We did okay. We did okay. For this not being our normal workflow, I think we did a pretty good job. I'm proud of us. I don't think I'm allowed to say that as the person doing the work. Oh, I guess I should figure out what those capacitors are. I might have some SMT ones that we could pop on there for those biggins. I want to double check this. I don't like the way that I think that one's broken. I think the corner's broken. Ah, shoot. Thanks, Trina. No, it's saying we have a connection. Alright, I'm going to assume that's fine. There you go, Rodville. If it works, then it's perfect. Well, I guess I should have looked around here in case they decided to take the screwdriver to these guys. No, okay, I think we're okay. Let's put thermal paste on under the microscope. Oh yeah, that is the wrong amount. That is the wrong amount. Okay, people, yell at me on the comments section. D's get degrees. I guess that's true. I guess that's true. Is this thing still on? Oh, it's still on. We gotta shut that off. Oh my god. No, sorry phone. I can't answer you right now. I'm busy entertaining 24 people. Hello, people. What the heck are you doing? Oh my god, I got thermal paste over there. Sorry about if that phone is coming through. But, okay. All right. Oh. Alright, we're not going to do this right. We're just going to put on these main guys. We just want to see if this works. Alright, we're getting to that point. What do people think? What's our probabilities? I'm not even saying if it's gonna do 3D stuff. Will it display anything on screen? Oh, that's funny. So I did not put the big caps back on. The board should work without those. It might not be very stable, but it should work. All right, we gotta shut this guy off. So again, I currently have this, we're looking at a monkey. 12, what did we get? Previously it was 12,326. This one was 12,472. If this works and we can do a 3D mark, that would be insane. Uh-oh. What just happened? Oh, okay, good. So this this GTX 980 that's in here, this was from that stream where I cut a hole in the HP machine with the grinding wheel. So go check that one out. That one was fun. That we installed this using an angle grinder. It was great. That was a fun stream. We fit that into a pretty small form factor HP computer. I can't show you my thermal camera because my top cam up here is my iPhone. And so I can only do one thing at a time. And actually, I don't think there's a way to do video out while it's doing its thermal camming stuff. All right, we'll put you in the middle here. 42% chance of something. There we go. Yeah, sorry about this. I forgot to have something covering it before the stream, so I had paper towels and tape. So, okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I shut the power supply off. Okay, here we go again. 3, 2, 1. There's no fire. We got a boot beep, but that probably means that we're using the onboard video. We got fan spin on the video card. Let's see, are we using our on? We're not using the onboard video. Oh, yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. All right, let's go back to here. Let's check. Our device manager. Oh, we got nothing happening. We got nothing happening. Let's see. Scan for hardware changes. That never works with modern stuff. We got fan spin. That's telling me something. Yeah, I switched to the onboard stuff. All right, let's go back to here. Let's just look for voltages, see if anything is actually powering up. So on the back of the board, there's a couple of tantalums. I'm just gonna poke there. 0.7 volts. Ow. Well, that's interesting. Let's see. 1.8 volts. That part's working. That part's not working. Oh, yeah, 1 volt. Okay. So there are parts of the board that are powering up. So there's life here. There's definitely life. So we likely missed something. Or I put an extra thing on. It's entirely possible that I put something extra on that I did not. Ow! Stop it! Yeah, this is a really good sign that we have voltage going to various places around the board. Ow! Stop! Okay. All right. Ace Console Repairs AU. Hello. Hey, Chris F. Hello. So we don't have fire. That's a good thing. We don't have a video card, and we have voltage going to the video card. So this is good. I'm considering this a win for now. I think what I'm gonna do, let's pop this off. I wish I had a decent PCI Express riser card. The GPU was getting a little warm. I think what I'd like to do is, well, ideally what I'd like to do is find a freaking picture of this card with all the bits on it. Oops, forgot one. Look at that thermal paste application. That was quality. All right. Let me grab a little heat sink. I need just a little heat sink. Oof. I just want a little bit of something to put on here while I power it up. 1 second, please. I'll be right back. What I'd like to do is check for voltage. Are you gonna work for me? Oh yeah, you'll work for me. All right, so what I wanna do, where's my negative? There we go, there's the negative. All right, so what I'm looking for, I wanna see voltage coming out of here. Oh, you can't see what I'm poking at. I want to make sure that there's voltage coming out of all of these right here, because that's going to tell us if things are going to really power up. So, loop, let's do, and that. Did I just unplug that while it was on? 1.3. 1.3, 0.7, 0.7, 0.7, 12. I think we're in pretty good shape here. Oh, yeah, that didn't help. Oh, holy crap. Holy crap. It worked for half a second. Dang it. We got video out of it somewhere. There we go. Look at that. Holy crap. Holy crap. Dude. You can't see it, but it says 1660 Super. What the heck? Why do I feel like there's a bad solder joint somewhere? Yeah, just hit repair. Don't let go and it's fixed. Oh, wow. Okay, let's go back. Let's put the heatsink back on. Maybe clean the connector. Could it be something that stupid? Oh, that thing attached itself. Man, that's wild. I mean, that shows us we probably don't have a totally dead card. We just needed a little bit of electricity flowing through. Uh-oh. I lost a screw. Oh no, here it is. Okay. Oh man. Well, this has been exciting. Thank you all for stopping by today. totally was not expecting this to do this. Well, I was hoping this would do this. Let's see if we can get it to turn on for real, without holding a tiny little heat sink on it. Yes, I have terrible screw organization. Let's clean off this slot. Should we break out the deoxit? No, I don't think we need the deoxit. Okay. This thing's probably just gonna like alternately boot it once, it works, boot it the next time, it doesn't. Punk me. All right, Rusty Russ Repairs, thanks for stopping by. All right, let's see what you got. Oops. You gonna do a thing? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. All right, let's go to GPU Z. Sorry, this might not be as clear as I was hoping it would be, but normally when we do retro stuff, it's big enough. All right, NVIDIA 1660 Super. What's our driver versions are 24. I think that was the version I had installed. Our sensors. We got sensors showing up. All right, let's torture this guy. I know we're missing a couple of caps, but it should be okay for a quick little test. Our clocks on our GPU and our RAM are going up and down. That's really good to see. Let's go. Fire strike. Why didn't it do anything the first time we plugged it in? Maybe it was just, it was angry from being asleep. Come on, buddy. You can do it, little card. It's doing a 3D thing. I hear you, Gut Bomb, that you think it might be a cracked BGA. I don't know. You normally don't see that with newer cards. Like, that was totally a thing back when they were starting to do BGA stuff and they started switching over everything to lead-free solder, and they were trying to figure out all that stuff. But that hasn't really been a thing. Tech Ambrosia, hello. This is doing a thing. Did anyone keep count of how many SMD components we had to put back on this thing? Let's see if I can give you a guess. So it's definitely two. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's probably 13 components at least that needed to be put back on. I should have counted while we were doing it. And that we didn't know what they were because most of them weren't present. There were 3 that were still there. So we used board view, figured out what the components were, or guessed at what the components should be. It wasn't totally clear if all of the spots that where things were actually knocked off and others might have just been polished by the implement of doom, as I'm calling it. So yeah, probably it was, I think. So I had to. Oh shit! I just hit the card. Okay, it's still doing stuff. I did have to buy these 2 component books, which, you know, it's good to have these around anyway. So this was like $60 in component books. So yes, it was a $65 card, but now I have a whole bunch of extra bits. Look at it go. 70 FPS plus. Hey, Carthor. Garth Beagle's back. Yeah, celebrate. Celebrate, Garth Beagle. Whew, this one was a thing. I didn't think we were gonna make it. Oh my god, it's 5:30. We've been going for 2 hours. Just gotta squeeze to use. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. And if it were a cracked BGA from this thing heating up from doing stuff, it would have probably flaked out by now. Obviously, we got to do more stress testing and stuff like that. Before I do too much stress testing, I got to put the big capacitors back on. Those are going to give us our like bulk capacitance for supplying the power. I just wanted to see this thing do 3D stuff now that it turned on. When this is done, lightly flex the board and see if it works. Sure. Okay. I hate touching electronic bits when they're on, but whatever. I do it for you, Gut Bomb. Garth says, just see the world burn. Gut Bomb wants to see the world burn. He says just to use some tape. Yeah. Oh, you want me to take it out, put it back? Okay. All right. I'll do that. Here we go. Yeah, and it's faster than the GTX 980. So our GTX 980 score was 12,326. Is 13,671. All right, let's shut this down. Look, it heated. What was our max temperature? Our hot spot was 77. Our GPU overall was 63. Our fan speed never went above 65%. So we could actually play with that. Give it some more fan speed. Holy crap, I can't believe this thing powered up and did a thing. They were so tiny. These components are so freaking tiny. For anyone that missed it, let's see, let's go back to the microscope. Just to show you what I was doing here. So most of the components that we were working with are these 0402 size components. All right, got a lot of reflection. And here's a 47 microfarad 16 volt capacitor like we normally put on. So this is like when we repair our old Macs. This is our normal capacitor size, and that's an 0402, and that's what we were working with today. So however many 13-ish we did, that's what we did. I'm gonna need to have 6 beers after this. All right, so we're all powered off. I'm gonna pop this out. Tech Ambrosia, do you recognize this GTX 980? All right, let's give this thing a little tweak. All right, what do you think? Was that tweaked enough? I twisted it as hard as I could. Let's see what happens. Did we re-break it? Main screen turn on. Whew. Sufficiently tweaked. All right, well, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. Speaking of really bad stuff, on Saturday we're going to get back to working on the Macintosh 2CI repairathon. This is a ROM chip out of one of them. So yeah, if you're into really awful battery leakage repair, so yeah, we'll be back to Macintosh 2CI repairs. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me today. This was fun. It was stressful. I can't believe this actually did a thing. I can't do a thermal cam demo. My thermal cam was right here because it attaches to my top cam. This is it. It works fine. But yeah, I can't do it while I'm on stream. So, all right, have a good rest of your week, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And as we always say here at the Big Bad Bench, if you're a Trumper, go F yourself.